Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part we are learning about creating an employee satisfaction analysis dashboard. There are different factors that will help us in analyzing how much satisfied employees in our company are, what is their job satisfaction score. So we have features like department wise, job role wise, age group. We have different working locations like Seattle, San Francisco, New York, etc. Then percentage of employees working remotely, how much of them are more satisfied, if whether they prefer working remotely or not. Gender wise, we have training hours wise, by promotion status. So you will see different things. We have created some simple KPIs here. We have provided some filters here. If we are doing age group wise job satisfaction score, then you can see we are putting salary. There are some calculated groups and calculated columns also here, like satisfaction category. You will learn how to create them. So let's get started and learn this. So this is HR employee performance data set that you can use for your data analysis projects related to human resource management. Here we have employee ID, employee name, which is just some random name that we have used here instead of actual name. Then the department in which this employee works, what is this employee's job role, joining date, how much experience does this employee have, age, gender, work location. We have working hours per week for this employee and their performance rating, their salary, their bonus, training hours per year, their satisfaction score, job satisfaction score, leave days taken, remote work percentage, and promotion status. So this data set is for human resource employee performance, helping organizations analyze employee performance, their attendance and satisfaction. And the dashboard can assist HR teams in tracking key metrics such as working hours, performance rating, training participations, and salary distributions. Now to analyze the data set, we will simply open Power BI desktop and connect the data set. Click on Excel workbook, locate your file and connect the data. Here we have the data set. We have made some fixes. We will provide you the fixed data set. And here you will see one sheet which we are going to open. Make sure the column headers are appearing properly. If they are, load. Otherwise, you have to go to transform and use first row as header, which we have shown in many tutorials. Now the sheet is loading and we will simply rename the data as HR data. So we'll simply name the table as HR data, because if we have to create some DAX measures or calculated columns, then this name will be more meaningful. So now we have the data set. Next we will simply add a text box here. In the text box we will write what we are trying to do. We are simply trying to do HR employees performance analysis dashboard. This is basically for HRs, and we will use full width right now. We'll see if we have to add any filter, we will make more space. We'll align it to center, use a size approximately 28 pixels, make it bold. If you want to increase the size, you can do that. And currently we are going to choose some color which we are going to change later. So let's select this one. Now we will go to effect and enable shadow and visual border. So this way we have the data set, heading here, what we are trying to do here. So when you add a shadow and a border, you can see kind of gives a 3D type of effect. Next is we have to consider what particular field here we are trying to take as a target value. So for example, job satisfaction score. We can consider this as our target variable because based on different type of parameters, how much satisfied is the employee. This was the purpose the HR has collected this data. Okay. So when we decide what variable we have to keep as a target variable, then we try to analyze, or we try to create graphs for different other features and see, job satisfaction score according to them. So for example, we have department here. So we can see department wise average job satisfaction score. So we'll be able to understand in which department our employees have most satisfaction score or highest value of satisfaction, right? So for that, what we can do, we can create a simple stack chart or a column chart. So we will take that, and here we are going to add department in x-axis, and on y-axis we will add the satisfaction score, the job satisfaction score. Since it's a numerical value, we will simply keep average. So here you can see we have job satisfaction score by department. Just that everyone can read, we can read the department name, we can just increase its width. And here you can see average of job satisfaction score by department is the title. So we can go to format your visual to apply different type of styling to this chart, and then general you will find title. So here I will just write average and write job satisfaction score by department, and we will make it bold. We will align it to center and use a color that is as per the theme. If you want to change column color, you can come here and select any color that you want, for example like this, or if you want to choose something like this, okay, whatever you prefer. Next is we will also give this some kind of effect and shadow. We have visual border and shadow, and border color is something that we can select accordingly. So this is average job satisfaction score by department, which tells that in marketing the average job satisfaction score is 6.34. Now second is operations with a average satisfaction score of 6. Then HR department 5.6 and so on. So obviously in every company the numbers will be different, and how company is giving this score, maybe doing survey with different employees, giving them different type of parameters is different. But this is how we can create a simple report, and we can enable data labels here. So now we will be able to see those numbers as well. So this is average job satisfaction score by department. Whenever we are analyzing things, so we can start from left hand side. Obviously employee ID is something that can be used to count uh, you know number of employees and create different KPIs. And what we can do, we can create other type of KPIs also, like what is the average age, what is average experience years of employee, what is average working hours per week, what is average salary, what is bonus. So to create those type of KPIs, what we can do, make some space here and create a card here. Since we have to create a lot of KPIs, and we are going to take average as the measured function. Okay, so here let's say we will bring, let's do one by one. This there will be total number of employees that we have, first thing. So here we are going to use count. Okay, 300 is count of employees. Call out value will be, let's say 25. So we have that number. and category label has 12 as pixel value, like font size is 12. So this is count of employee ID. Instead of that, what we can simply and rename is this visual as count of employees. Now this is count of employees and it is barely visible. So we can go to category label and change its label. So this will be count of employees and make it bold. Similarly, we can also go and make the category label bold and select some color for it. We can also enable the same effect as visual border shadow. So now we have count of employee. Now we can make a copy here and we will choose its width just twice the width of the KPI cards that we are using. And here we are going to write average experience. So here we are not going to use sum. You can either write average, minimum or maximum, whatever you prefer. Okay. So what we will simply rename for this visual as average experience of employee. The average of experience is 4.68. Let's say we select IT department. So in IT department, average experience is 4.88. So these things also work as some kind of filter, right? Now, similarly, we will create another chart here. So we will just create a copy and paste it here. After copying and pasting, we can arrange it like this, and we will paste another. So we have to paste 3 of them here, and we will use 6 KPI measures. Let's create some space between them. Okay, and if needed, then we will increase their height and width as well. But this is something that we are going to do here at this time. So we are going to keep 6 of them and 3 different charts we'll try to prepare. Now we have count of employees, so we have selected experience and what is average job satisfaction score. So we will also write average job satisfaction score. So when we'll write average, it will save us some space, right? Average job satisfaction. So we can write it as average satisfaction score or something like that. So we will be seeing that because it is understood that we are talking about job satisfaction. The next measure that we can take is remote work percentage. So we can take average remote work percentage, the name for this visual. So we can write it like this: average remote work percentage, which is 51.95% is average, which means that more number of employees are doing remote work. Okay. Next, we have another chart here. So we can write sum of salary, like what is total salary this company is giving to their employees, or we can also write average salary. So whatever you prefer, you can write it here. And after salary, we can also like total number of training hours given. Okay. So this is 15K, and here we will simply rename it as total training hours given. Now, for example, in IT department, total training hours is 2327. In HR department, it is 3203, and so on. So this way, we can also, see department wise. I will just increase. I will go to property and increase the height to 75. Okay, I will do it in all of them. So now you can see our KPIs are created. Now, when we are starting from left hand side, we have department, we also have job role. So we can also see job role wise average job satisfaction. So we'll be able to see. And here you can see we content strategist has highest job satisfaction score on an average. and then we have sales executive and so on. Just to analyze here, we can also change to maximum. So you'll be able to see maximum is in case of account manager. Okay, but on an average it is 7.55 in content strategies. We can also see like top 10 or top 5 here. To do that, we can go select this and we can say average job satisfaction. Job role is, we will apply top n filtering here. We can choose top 5, and in by value we will write job satisfaction score and we will write average and apply. So you will be able to see this is top 5. Okay, and this is job satisfaction score by job role. So we will simply click on this and change its heading or title to average job satisfaction by role. We can write it. Okay, and since we have applied some filters, so we can also change the title as top 5 roles by job satisfaction. Okay, so because we have average score here, so whatever way you prefer you can use that, but this is one way of doing things. Okay, now we also have, so we have job satisfaction score by department, we have top 5 roles by job satisfaction. Just for your knowledge, we also have line and stack, column chart, and line and cluster. So we will select any one of them. So you will see it like this, it doesn't matter, but it will give us another line y axis. Okay, so now we, what we can do, for example, we have another numerical value, for example salary. We want to see if salary has any kind of effect on job satisfaction or something, like we want to see average salary in these different job roles as well. So we can add the salary value here in the line axis. So you can see this is sum of salary, and if you want you can also use average salary. Now when you will zoom it like this, you can see average salary in case of content strategist is also higher in this company. So this is one way of analyzing things, right? Now when you will go to format your visual along with column, where you can choose a different type of color, we also have line, and in line also we can choose a different color, which is blue at this moment. Let's select this color so that line is properly visible. Okay, obviously data labels are visible, but if that is too much to visualize in a short space, so you can go to data labels, and let's say average of job satisfaction, you can disable it. So you can disable it for one of them. Okay, that is your choice. So this way you will have it only for one of them. So all these type of customizations are there. Now after this we also have, so experience in years. Experience is years, in years is a numerical value, and age is a numerical value which we are going to consider later. Then we have gender. So since gender has three distinct values, female, male, and other, so either we can keep using the same chart, or what we are going to do, we will simply add gender here. So you can see in case of other, this 5.71, 5.63, and 5.62, which are very close to each other. So obviously gender will not play a huge role in this company for job satisfaction, but what we can do, we can change it to a donut chart. Okay, so this way you will be able to see average job satisfaction score by gender here. And here what we are going to do, we will simply change the title as average job satisfaction score by gender. So here this is called legend. If you want to change these colors, you can change them, or you can keep it as it is, what Power BI has already given to us. But what we can do, we can at least choose one of the colors as the color that we are using here, right? So let's say we select this and select like that. Now we have seen it for other values. Now we have work location: New York, San Francisco, Chicago, Austin. So you can see these are states, but we don't have all states. We have some of them, or maybe it's a city, not a state. So with, with city here, either we can use a simple map chart. So for example, if we are using this, how we can do it? We can drag the city name as location. So here we have location. Let's see, work location. So work location, we drive to location, and in bubble size we will add job satisfaction score. So you can see all these cities are automatically pointed out. So you can provide it like that, and we are going to keep average. So this is average job satisfaction score. You can go to bubbles and you can see range scaling. We can do magnitude or date range. Size is something that we can use accordingly. Since we have only 4 or 5 cities, so we can use a better size. Okay, so we can have that. The colors that we are using, we can select accordingly. Category labels we can enable. So now you will be able to see that. If we simply open, we can see in Chicago it is least, in Seattle 5.68, San Francisco 5.76, and 5.90 here. So based on the bubble size, we will be able to tell that. What we can do, we can copy format and apply it here. So, and now we just have to trim the title a little bit. So we will write average job satisfaction score by work location. Okay, so now we have the data. We can also increase, let's see its height. So we have the height as 178. Here also it is 178. So it is okay. Basically what we are doing is whatever categorical values we are first preparing charts with them. Okay. Now you can see all the categorical values are done. Now we have age. So first we will see distribution of age. Okay. So to see distribution of age, you can either use a stacked bar chart or a stacked column chart. We are going to use a stacked column chart here, and we are going to see distribution of age. We can apply the same styling here, and in x-axis we will drag age. In age you will see we have people from 22 years to 60 years. Okay. Now on y-axis, what we can do, we can simply do a count of value. So count of employees in this age. This is one thing that we can do. So you can see count of employees in each age group. Okay, so you can see in age group of 35 we have most number of people 35, but here you can see because all of these bars are representing age numbers. So what we can do, we can reduce the number of bars by creating age group. We can click on these 3 dots and create a new group. So we will create age bins. Currently the bin size is 2. That means one bar is representing 2 years. Let's say we want one bar to represent 5 years. Just giving you an example here. So this way you will create a age bin. We have just increased the size. Now one bin represents 3 years. Okay, so this will be 20 to 20, 22 to 25, 25 to 28, and so on. So this way you will be able to see that this company 43 in age group of around 55, we have around 45 employees, and of age group around 60, we have around 3 people. Okay, So this way you will be able to understand how many employees are there in each age group. Now, if you remember, we created a stacked column chart. Okay. In a stack column chart in Legend, if you will drag a category, for example, let's drag gender here. So you will see these type of stacks will be created, and you will be able to see, that particular numerical value. That means gender wise count of employee in each age group here. Okay. But our focus of analysis here is job satisfaction, because HR is trying to find out, what are the different factors, features which are keeping employees satisfied, like what is troubling them, so that they can enable a good environment in the company, right? So here, for example, job satisfaction value is a numerical thing. If we will add it here, so in every group it is going to create 10 different groups, right? Because job satisfaction value is 1 to 10. Okay, so let me show you. If we will drag job satisfaction score here, you can see in every group 10 values will be created, 10 stacks, which will kind of give you an indication. For example, this is age been 55, job satisfaction score is 10, count of employees is 7 here. Okay, so in 45, but this is too much to visualize. So what we can do, we can create a group with the help of DAX as well. You saw how we can create without using DAX. We can create age bin, but here we are going to create satisfaction category. So we are going to use the switch function. It is like if else, right? So switch true. In switch we write first element as true, the first argument as true. Then in our HR data, job satisfaction score, if it is less than equal to 3, we will call it low. If it is greater less than equal to 7, we will call it medium. Otherwise we are going to call it high. This is a simple function we can write, and this is going to be a calculated column, because this will be for each and every row that we have. So we will go to modeling and create a new calculated column here, and that calculated column will be called satisfaction category or job satisfaction category. Okay, it is created. Now we will drag that as a legend here. So now we will have only 3 stacks, so that's why we did this. So when we will drag satisfaction category, now we'll have only 3 stacks, and you will be able to analyze it in a better way. So you can see in most of the cases medium is higher, right, 17, but here you can see high is higher. 22 cases or 22 employees have high satisfaction score in age group of 55. Okay, so this is very important. And as we said, this is stacked column. You can also write line and a stack column, and we can bring salary here as well. So we will be able to see salary wise performance. Okay, so you can see the salary here. So, and in this case what we can do, we can choose a different value for line, a different color for line, sorry. So we can choose a darker color here. Okay, so this is count of employee and sum of salary by age bin and satisfaction category. There are a lot of things, so we will simply trim the title. We are just writing age group wise job satisfaction score, and we can see the employees in the range of age group of 55 are getting highest salary. So now this is one thing. So now you can see most of our uh, values are done here. In a similar way, for example, you have training hours, right? If you want to analyze job satisfaction score by training hour, which is a numerical value, you can do that group thing, right? Like The similar way, you can find out what is the minimum training hours by maximum training hours is 100. So you can write something like if training hours is less than 30, you can call it low. If training hours is between 30 to 70, you can call it medium, and so on. So you can create different calculated fields. But let's say this is training hours and we have job satisfaction score. Okay, there are two numerical values. So when we have two continuous numerical values, obviously one of them is like discrete, but here we will add a scatter plot. In the scatter plot, first of all, we'll copy the same formatting like this. And in the scatter plot, we have x-axis and y-axis. So in x-axis, we will add uh, training, like because this is something that we are trying to analyze, that if training hours is more or less, what is its effect on overall job satisfaction score of employee. Okay, so we can write job satisfaction score in the y-axis, but Power BI will only give you one dot here because by default it summarizes the data. We can say don't summarize here and don't summarize here. So you can see we have values scattered all over the place, right? So we cannot tell anything from here. But usually you will see something like, uh, you know, a, a positive linear trend or a negative linear trend. So that will be the case. But here we are not able to analyze that. But what we can do, for example, if we have training hours per year, let's try to find out for salary, just trying to analyze it. Yeah, because we are exploring data. So here you may see a little bit of upward trend. You can go to add further analysis, and if you will enable it, you will be able to see, okay, which is going downward. So this way you can see if all the scatter points are linearly upwards or downwards. You will be able to see if we increase number of training hours, is the salary increasing or decreasing. Okay, so this is one way of finding out. So now, but now we have to calculate this, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to select a pie chart here, and in legend we are going to bring the satisfaction category that we calculated earlier, and after that in values we are going to select average training hours. So we will bring average training hours, and then you will be able to see that 33.34, although these values are very close, but average of training hours, if it is 52.07, then people with medium job satisfaction are higher there. Okay. So this way you can try to analyze data. Uh, Obviously not the best way, but just giving you different cases what you can use here. And here also we can go to slices and select some color that we have selected from the theme. Now, one of the most important thing, whether their promotion status is no or yes, what is their average score. So here also we are going to bring a promotion status. So the first thing, instead of satisfaction category, we are going to bring promotion status, whether it's no or yes. And here you can see no or yes, and values. In values, we are going to bring average of job satisfaction score by promotion status. So we will bring average. You can see, as it is a fabricated data, we have almost 50-50 ratio. But again, if you just have to pick one, then a promotion status is no in this case. Job satisfaction score is higher. And but in actual case, you will see a clear distinct, a clear difference between these two values. So we can select that. So this is average training hours, not training hours. This will be promotion status, average job satisfaction. Here it will simply write KS score by promotion status. See, I am using different names here, but in your report, make sure you are using the same value. If you are using it as JS, use as JS everywhere or whatever you want to use, right? Next, we can try to find out is the satisfaction level medium, high or low in case of people who are doing remote work. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply create a stack column chart here, and in a stack column chart, first of all, in x-axis we can bring the satisfaction category here, because we have created a categorical version of our target variable here. And on y-axis we can do how much remote work percentage are they doing. Instead of sum, we will use average. We can see when a remote percentage of work is higher, that means 53% or more, then satisfaction category is high, and it is lower in case of if remote percentage work is lower. We can try to see minimum and maximum here. You can see when higher in minimum of remote percentage work is 2. So this way you can see minimum or maximum. And let's select average, and we can always enable the data label here. Or what we simply have to do is just copy format painter and apply. So this is average of remote percentage by satisfaction category. What I am going to do is just use short form for average. Okay. Now let's see total salary by experience level or average salary by experience level. We will simply create a ribbon chart here. In ribbon chart, first of all, we will format painter, because in ribbon chart we can see rank of different categories in different levels. Okay, so let's say for example, for in x-axis we will bring experience years. On y-axis we will bring salary. Okay, so let's say average salary. And so first of all, you will be able to see something like this. Okay, and most important thing is legend, where we want to see whether it's high, low or medium, the job satisfaction. We will bring it as legend. So then you will be able to see, although it is quite confusing here because we have experience level 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So between 0 to 2 also we have different cases, because we have them in decimals, right? So you can see experience in years is in decimals also. So what we can do here in order to see it in a proper way, as we did in case of age, first thing that we can do is we have experience years, we can create group. Currently the bin size is 0.64. We will make the bin size as 1. Let's try that. Let's make the bin size as 1, and here we will bring experience bin. Now you can see, right? So now every bin represents 1 year, so this is 0 years of experience. Their job satisfaction category is medium, which is higher. But when it comes to 1 year of experience, you know here satisfaction category high is higher, and average of salary is 7876. Okay, so you can see this way we are able to see that in 1 year actually the average salary is lower in this case, but it is increasing with years. But when experience goes beyond 7 years, it kind of it starts declining. This is as per this data set. Obviously in other cases there you may see a linear trend, but you can see how medium is performing or high job satisfaction is there. So when someone is in the experience range of 3 to 6 years, then their job satisfaction is lower. So although their salary is in the higher bracket. So this is how you can see rank of different categories in different numerical groups using a ribbon chart. And we will simply change the title first of all here. This is average salary and experience. So let me change it. So I just change it to job satisfaction by average salary and experience. So this is our simple HR employees performance analysis dashboard. We have not provided any filter here. Just giving you an example. If you want to provide any kind of filter, so we can reduce it to 20 or maybe 24 will also work. Okay, and we can put some filters here. To put filters, not this filter, but we are going to put as slicer. So we can put some slicers over here, and in these slicers we can put things like, which are categorical fields. For example, we can also put joining date, or we can put department or job role. Let me put department and work location here just for reference, and then you can try different things. So if we want to add department as a filter, we can add it like this. We can go to slicer and show it as a drop down, and in selection we can enable select all. So now you will be able to see. We want to analyze for marketing department, you can see entirely. For operations you can see, for sales you can see, right? So this way you will be able to see your performance for different departments. We will go to general effect and enable visual border and shadow here, and we'll make a copy and put it here, so that, and here we are going to use job role. So instead of department I am going to use job role. So this way we have the filters here. So now first, let's say we want to see for accountant of finance department, what is the job satisfaction, what is average job satisfaction score by work location, training, etc. You can see everything here. Okay, and anytime you can clear the filters and see data for all cases. So this was a simple tutorial on HR employees performance analysis. Like, this is created for HR, and this is employees performance analysis, or basically employee satisfaction analysis, we can say. So we can also call it employees satisfaction analysis. Now I just want to show you one simple thing. Although, make sure you have saved the changes. So this is our dashboard. I'm just taking a screenshot here so that I can use it as a thumbnail. Now if we go to view, because we haven't done too much customization in styling, if we go to view, and in view, if you like any particular theme, for example, let's say we want to go with this theme color, and you will select, you will see now your entire report will be themeified, right? In that particular theme you can select this. So whatever you are selecting, you can also see, for example, you want everything in blue shade, right? So you can select like this. So this is something that you can do from here. So whatever you prefer, you can go with it. Or if you like how we customized everything earlier, so you can use it like that as well. So this is up to you if you want to use it like that. So this is just one way of looking at things. So I hope you like the tutorial. If you did, please show your appreciation by liking this video, subscribing to our channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.